Imagine waking up to find your life savings reduced by half. Picture grocery prices doubling overnight. What if your job vanished because global markets crashed? These are not just scenarios. They are real risks threatening the global economy in the next decade. In this video, we explore 3 hidden dangers: a debt crisis larger than the 2008 financial collapse, fragile trade networks that could stop entirely, and technology disruptions that could change everything. Stay with us for the next several minutes to learn how these risks affect you and how to prepare. Let us begin with the biggest threat. The global economy faces a massive problem: debt. The Institute of International Finance reports global debt at over $300 trillion. That is 3 times the value of all goods and services produced worldwide in 1 year. This debt comes from governments, businesses, and households. Every sector is borrowing heavily. For example, the United States has a national debt exceeding $35 trillion. This grows by $1 trillion every few months. China and Japan also carry enormous debt burdens. Why does this affect you? Governments borrow to fund roads, schools, and social programs. But too much debt creates problems. They can raise taxes, taking more money from your paycheck. Or they can print more money, which causes inflation. Inflation makes everyday items like food, fuel, and housing more expensive. In 2022, inflation in the United States reached 9%. A $3 loaf of bread became $4. Most salaries did not increase to match. If a major economy cannot pay its debts, it may default. Think of Greece in 2015. Its debt crisis shook the European Union. Banks stopped lending. Pensions were cut. People lost savings. A default by a larger economy, like the United States or China, could cause a global chain reaction. Stock markets could crash. Banks could fail. Jobs could disappear. Your investments, retirement funds, and financial security could be at risk. The International Monetary Fund warned in 2023 that rising debt is a major global threat. What happens if this debt bubble bursts? Let us examine another risk. Global trade keeps our economy running. It delivers affordable smartphones from China, coffee from Brazil, and clothing from Bangladesh. But this system is fragile. Imagine walking into a store and finding empty shelves. No food, no electronics, no medicine. This could happen if global trade collapses. Consider the trade war between the United States and China, starting in 2018. The United States added taxes, called tariffs, on Chinese goods. China responded with its own tariffs. This raised prices for consumers and disrupted business supply chains. A laptop became more expensive because its parts faced new costs. Then, in 2021, a ship called the Evergreen blocked the Suez Canal. It stopped $10 billion of trade each day for a week. One ship disrupted the global economy. Today, risks are growing. Conflicts like Russia versus Ukraine have cut off energy and food supplies. In 2022, wheat prices rose 20% because Ukraine, a key supplier, was affected. Tensions between China and Taiwan threaten semiconductor supplies. These chips power phones, cars, and computers. If major economies stop trading, called decoupling, industries could stall. Prices could rise sharply. Jobs could vanish. Climate change adds more risks. Storms, floods, and droughts disrupt shipping routes and ports. In 2024, the Panama Canal faced delays due to low water levels. This slowed billions in trade. If these disruptions continue, the cost of goods could increase dramatically. Businesses relying on trade, like retail or technology, could face losses. This could lead to layoffs and higher living costs for you. What other forces could push the economy to the edge? Technology promises progress, but it also brings risks to the global economy. Artificial intelligence, automation, and new financial systems are changing how we work and live. The World Economic Forum predicts that by 2030, automation could replace 85 million jobs worldwide. Entire industries, such as manufacturing, retail, and even office work, face disruption. Machines can now assemble cars, manage inventories, and process data faster than humans. This creates efficiency, but leaves millions without jobs. New jobs may emerge, but they require skills most workers do not have yet. Beyond jobs, technology shakes financial systems. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and decentralized finance challenge traditional banks. If banks lose control of money flows, economies could become unstable. For example, in 2021, Bitcoin's value dropped 20% in one day after a single social media post. Imagine that happening to a major currency like the United States dollar or the euro. Cyber attacks are another threat. In 2024, ransomware attacks cost businesses $1.1 trillion globally. A single attack on a central bank could freeze financial systems, halting payments and trade. Technology drives progress, but it also creates vulnerabilities. So, how can you protect yourself? The global economy faces serious risks, but you can take steps to stay safe. First, diversify your income. Do not rely on one job or one investment. Start a side business, such as freelancing or selling online. Spread investments across stocks, bonds, and assets like gold. Gold has held value for centuries, even when currencies fail. Second, reduce high-interest debt. If inflation rises or interest rates increase, credit card or loan payments could become overwhelming. Pay off debts with the highest rates first. Third, stay informed. Learn about economic indicators like inflation, unemployment, or interest rates. These are easy to find online. For example, the yield curve, which tracks interest rates, can signal a recession. Knowledge helps you make smart decisions before a crisis hits. Want to learn more about these strategies? Leave a comment below with your questions, or share what steps you are taking. Knowledge and preparation can protect your financial future. In this video, we explored why the global economy could collapse in the next decade. A debt crisis threatens financial stability. Fragile trade networks risk shortages and price spikes. Technology disrupts jobs and financial systems, but you are not helpless. By diversifying income, reducing debt, and staying informed, you can navigate these challenges. Subscribe to this channel for more videos that explain economics in simple terms. Click the bell icon to never miss an update, like our next video on thriving during an economic crisis. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up to support the channel. In the comments, tell us one step you plan to take to protect your finances. Let us start a conversation. See you in the next video.